Hey besties, welcome to the Weekly Chronicle, where we chronicle our journey through the books we've read, the shows we've watched, and the worlds we've spiraled into. I'm Tabatha.
And I'm Sharilyn. Grab a beverage and let's get booking with the besties.
Cheers!
Cheers!
What is your beverage of choice today?
Today I grabbed a cold brew from Starbucks, but this time I used the pecan cold foam, and it's a very subtle flavor.
Nice, is it good?
It's nice, yeah. It's kind of like a toasted flavor.
Pecan?
Toasted pecan, yeah. It doesn't, it's very just like mild, but it's nice and cozy.
Good.
Yeah.
I have a water.
Nice.
It's very exciting. I think we've finished the same amount of books this week, Sharilyn.
For once. And I see which book yours is, and I'm really excited to hear about that.
What's your book?
Yeah. I promise we know how to be people. All right, so I Was a Teenage Slasher by Stephen Graham Jones. And honestly, guys, I love this book.
I love that for you.
It's so good. It's so much more than just a horror novel. It really what it does with the characters and the journey that the characters go on. It's just so bittersweet.
That's the best.
It's so beautiful. And one of the like extra special parts to me is that so Stephen Graham Jones grew up in West Texas, and this reads so much like a love letter to his like growing up in West Texas. And so there are so many like Texas Easter eggs and references and things that as a native Texan, I'm just like, it just feels cozy and it's just really nice. So that aside, that was really sweet. But the story itself was so interesting, so neat. It takes the slasher and it's a twist on your general slasher tale. And it looks at it a different way, and it's so creative. I love what he did with our narrator, and he's telling the story after the fact years later. So it's kind of like a memoir, and what he does in telling his story, it's just, it's so good.
Good.
I really liked it. And then the end almost had me crying. It was just very poignant, I'll say, but it was actually very lovely. So
That's awesome.
yes. Definitely recommend, especially if you're kind of starting your horror journey. I think this is a really good one to start because it doesn't really feel like a horror novel. Like, it definitely has classic slasher elements, but it's so much more than that. So I think it's a really good one to kind of get started. If you haven't read a bunch of horror, you're kind of trying it out, I think this is a good one to check out.
Sweet.
What did you read?
I'm
so excited to hear about this one.
read Play Nice. I wanted to read this before I saw any kind of reviews, and I'm a little disappointed.
Damn it! Darn!
I don't know that everyone will be disappointed. I just couldn't like the character. She was... I don't know that you would like it either.
Yeah.
Because she is a social media influencer.
I did see that.
And she has the bratty attitude to go with it. And so she's just kind of being a bit of a brat to everyone. I do think this is gonna be, don't come for me, this is gonna be a connection I'm gonna make, and that's to Nesta. Yeah, because I have the same kind of issue with Nesta where it's like, yes, I get it, you have a backstory, whatever, but still, like, you don't really have to be a bitch to people. And so this character also is just like very immature, very much a bitch to people. And I think if you're someone who's like okay with that, you're like, if that's the kind of character that you vibe for, then this could be a totally different experience for you. But I could never care about her. I'm like, cool, if the ghosts kill her, don't give a shit. So that's kind of where I was at. It does have family drama. It does have a haunted house mixed with that family drama. And it's got messages about believing people who have a story. It has messages. It has good things in it. So it's not necessarily, I don't think it's a bad book. I just don't personally vibe with that kind of a character.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. And like because of her, it read very immature and it read almost borderline YA just because of how she just didn't ever, like, she was a permanent child. So.
Is it first person?
It is first person.
And so it's all through her eyes and her voice.
Yeah. And so, yeah, just did not click with me at all.
Right.
Which is fair. And if it clicks with you, more power to you. I don't know that it would click with you either, just because I don't think that her immaturity and the way that she talks to people, I don't think you would be like, yeah.
Like, all right, cool. Anyway, so like aside from her, was the story interesting?
It was interesting enough, but I couldn't ever get fully into it because like I am like a character person, and if our main character is annoying me, then like it's hard to focus on the other elements. Like it had an interesting enough plot, like nothing like crazy, nothing super like out of this world new or anything, which I don't expect anyway. It is a haunted house story. But yeah, it's like, yeah, it's just mostly no.
Okay, it's a bummer.
It is a bummer.
All right, so that's what we read this week.
Yeah.
What
do you have in progress?
I have in progress still Empire of the Vampire. So I did not get nearly as far in this week as I wanted to, because it was just one of those weeks. Like I'm doing audiobook, and normally I listen in my car driving to and from work, and it was just more of a music week this week.
Fair.
So lots of music, not a lot of book, but that's okay. Where am I at? Oh gosh, where I'm at. Oh no, something really big is like happening. I was like, what's even going on in this story? Something actually, they're hiking right now. And so there's something real big about to happen, it seems like. Yes, so it looks like things are about to pop off.
Yep.
Super exciting. Yeah, so I'll get back to this, hopefully. That's all I got. I don't have anything else I can say.
I mean, your next one, we do have a shared one.
Yeah, it's true. Also did work on the next chapter of Horror, A Very Short Introduction. So this one is covering the occult, the spiritual, the occult, and the supernatural. So that discussion will be forthcoming.
Which kind of fit with this.
That's fair, yeah.
A little bit, kind of.
Ghosty.
Kind of, sort of like.
Ghosty, spooky stuff. What else you got going on over there?
So I am realizing that I'm doing this weird thing with every single Sun Eater book. Okay. I'm doing the same exact thing for every single one. And that is, I get 30% in, and then I have to restart it. And like every single one so far, I did the same thing with this one. And this is, I noticed it immediately. So I got like 30% of the way through, and I was like, okay, girl, you've been putting together furniture. You're barely processing what's going on right now. So let's just restart. Like I kept going back chapter by chapter by chapter, and then I was like, okay, we're just gonna go like straight back. We'll just hear the beginning again. That's fine. Dang. So I'm now 14% of the way through it. Okay. And hopefully this is the last one that I get to like the exact like third of the way through mark, and then restart. Really good so far. Yeah. It's got something that, I'm gonna make another weird connection here. How Farseer had in book 1 empathy, and then loneliness, and then in book 2 like he empathized with loneliness. Yeah. In this one, I'm noticing, so in the previous books, he's been like the rich dude who has like a little bit of he's got some things to work through, and now he is dealing with somebody who was in the same position, and he has empathy for them. So he's mentoring somebody who is a wealthier person of a higher class, and he can see why this person is the way that they are, and he's frustrated by it. So he has a little less empathy than Fitz does, but he still does empathize with him. So I think that's I
love that relationship.
So yeah, that's about what's been going on right now, is he's got that mentorship, and it's been interesting to see him in that position. And he does have a change that has been made from book 2 to book 3, if you know what I mean. That's also going on. So yeah, good start. It's book 3 and I'm 14% of the way in. Can't tell you much. Either regards. And then I'm also working on Guards, and this is so good. I am about 10% of the way through this one, because I'm reading it on here and my Kindle. I was doing the audiobook for a little bit, but I found it more enjoyable to just eyeball read it. So that's what I'm doing. 10 out of 10 so far. I am so glad, because you know this, and if you regularly watch, then you also know. I have mixed feelings on humor sometimes, so I was less sure about how Discworld would work for me. This is working so well, and once I can get through like 20th Century Boys, I think this is going to be like my main palate cleanser series.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's so fun, it's so silly in the best way, and it is just phenomenal. Like puns galore. Yeah, it's excellent. It's got excellent world building, buzzword.
Ooh, my favorite.
Interesting plot, buzzword.
So you're saying I should read it?
I mean, and you do like humor a lot, so
I do.
So I do think you would really vibe with this.
Okay.
Yeah. So very
Nice.
good, and that is the last that I have in progress.
I forgot to mention, I did end up grabbing the audio just to finish this out, because I was reading so slowly this week. And the narrator, his voice and his tone are so perfect.
Oh, good.
For this book. I was like, dang, I wish I did this sooner. Because like, one, he just like has a twang going on, but also just like his tone of voice where it's kind of like bittersweet. Like it's almost melancholic. Like he, in telling his story of like, I was a teenage slasher, like, and all the stuff, like, oh, he did such a good job. So just wanted to point that out specifically because that was actually like, he fit the character really well.
Yeah, so if you're an audiobook listener,
That's a good one.
all right. Any other media? And I know you do
Yes.
have some. I know you
Actually, have so much, kind of. So, for my cousin's birthday recently, or in the past week, we had a entire Lord of the Rings marathon. It also lined up like with Hobbit Day. So we had an entire Lord of the Rings marathon, extended editions, lasted the entire day, and it was so good. I didn't realize that I had not seen the extended editions.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like 4 hours each. Yeah, I'd never actually seen them.
Oh,
so
cool.
I got a little bonus content this go around,
Yeah.
and that was a
You
lot
were
of
like,
fun.
what is happening here?
I was like, what is it? What do you mean? Like, this is extra? I'm like, you mean they didn't have this in the original? Like, there was something in the third movie near the beginning that's like kind of a big deal that they cut out for the theatrical release. It was like, why would they just not include that? It's because it was 4 hours long and there was a lot, but no, it was really good. I love those movies. I haven't seen them in years, and so getting to re-experience them was so great. And I didn't realize how much I had memorized and like how many lines I was like saying as they were happening. So it was just a really fun time. And then the next day I saw the new Demon Slayer movie. What's the Infinity Castle? But yeah, it was also really good. It felt like it would have been better just as the show, just as the series. Like, it was really good, but the pacing felt weird in a movie setting. Like, it would have been better in the episodes, in my mind. But it was still amazing to see on the giant screen and with the sound all around us. And the animation is incredible. So it was really good. But it was just like, was this movie worthy?
Yeah.
Is kind of, I'm back and forth on. But no, still really good. Still absolutely loved everything that we got to see with the characters. And there were a lot of backstory moments for various characters, but that just makes it so much better. And oh my gosh, it was so good. And I cried. Of course I cried. But yeah, it was amazing.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So
I'm glad you enjoyed it so much.
I'm so happy I got a dose of Demon Slayer, because it's been a minute waiting for this. So
Yay.
yeah,
A win. Even if it wasn't perfect, still
it was
a win.
still good. Yes.
Yeah.
How about you? Watch anything?
I did.
Anything?
I did both of those actually.
All right.
Yeah. So first, finished up Trails in the Sky, the first one.
Okay, nice.
I think it was about 7 more hours actually, instead of the 5 that I thought it was going to be. Great ending. Had to immediately pick up Game 2. Immediately. Like the way it leaves off, there's no way that you don't immediately pick up Game 2. The remake, by the way, is out. So you guys should definitely check out that. It has amazing voice actors. We've played the demo a couple weeks ago, and it was great. They did such a great job. And they've already dropped a teaser for the second one because they know like people are going to want to get right into Game 2. So they dropped a teaser, and I haven't finished Game 2. I have started Game 2 now. I think 7 hours into that one as well. But they dropped a teaser for game 2, just to kind of let people know, hey, we are immediately working on this. And the buzz is that a lot of the scenes that they had in the trailer were from later in the game, so people are thinking they're pretty well into it.
Oh, that's fair.
And so people are expecting like probably an early next year release on that one.
Nice.
And I think they've committed to making all 3 of the first games. So really great time to get into that series if it's something you're interested in. Great storytelling, great JRPG. Excellent. I have started game 2. It picks up literally right where we left off, except it's also kind of funny, and it's just like a gameism. Like we leave off, we stop the game, and we have like all of our weapons and stuff, and then I start the game literally like the same exact spot, but I have like a training sword.
Yes.
I'm like, it makes
cracks me
sense.
up.
It makes sense. It is a game 2, and it is from the early 2000s, so it's not like they were able to keep like port things in or have things like go into your next game. It's just funny. And yeah, I like how I think the end was necessary. It was bittersweet.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and then it leads off right into game 2, and everything's kind of sad. So it's really sad, and people keep asking about something from the end of the game, and then you're like, yeah, we're trying to fix it. Okay?
We're trying not to talk about that right now. Thank you. That's funny.
So yeah, that is how Trails is going.
Nice.
And then also saw The Long Walk, dragged Scott.
Oh, yes.
Yes. It was good for an adaptation. I will say, like, I think they adapted it really well. It was just, and the acting, insane. The acting was so good. The cast, like, they casted very well. There was a little bit of like weird pacing, I think. At times it was like a little bit too fast or too slow, and it's hard to tell. It was hard for me to tell because I like literally just read the book, so sometimes that can
mess with the perception of
and
I've
like
done that before.
And there are changes that I think are for the better. Like in the book, they have to walk 4 miles per hour, which is just like unrealistic for people to do for hundreds of miles. And in the movie, they change it to 3, which is way more realistic. So that was a welcome change. Very minor. That does not matter at all. But no, there were a couple of fun changes. I think that most of the changes they made absolutely made sense. In the book, it's 100 kids. In the movie, it's 50. Like, it's a movie. You're gonna have to make changes, and I think they made ones that were fair. The one scene though, there's one scene in there that really, really takes you out, whether you've read the book or not, because my husband had not read the book, and so we kind of had both of those perspectives.
Yeah.
And it was a flashback scene. So if you know what I'm talking about with this flashback scene, you know it's
just rough.
It's rough. The flashback scene is rough. It's unnatural acting from one character. Like one character is like not acting like a person would act, I guess, and it's just like
in the book too. Or just
just in the movie, because it's not like it's there in the book, but it's like, I don't know, it's like a sentence or two, and it's not really like a flashback. They're not like flashing back into in the book. They're just like kind of talking about it. But yeah, it was a weird
they kind of like drew it out in the movie, and it didn't really feel right.
It didn't feel right at all. Okay. Yeah, it was. I don't know that it didn't even draw it out that long. It was only like maybe a minute of screen time, but it was also just very poorly done. So there's that. But other than that, like I ended up giving like a 3.5. Like it's still a good enough movie. And I think it's a great as far as an adaptation goes. But like, would I watch it again anytime? Probably not. That kind of a situation. And then I forgot to mention last week. So this is one that I watched last week, but forgot to mention. And that's Silent Hill. I forgot to mention that one. And that is a movie based on a video game.
Oh yeah,
yes, I texted you about that.
Yes, and I was like, oh, I know this name. I know this name, and then you said that.
Yeah,
that's what I know.
Yeah, and that one, I think I literally gave it the same score of 3.5. I think I gave it a 3. I think I couldn't do it 3.5. No, it's not like
it was fine.
No, it was fun. I had fun with it. It's a bad movie. It's a horrible movie. I had a blast with it though, because the characters, horrible. The whole premise of that one is like their adopted daughter is having nightmares, and like waking up, like having like sleepwalking about this place, and they're like, you know what sounds like a great idea? She's having nightmares about this place. Let's take her there.
Oh. About somewhere that she isn't, and then okay.
Yeah, and so the mom like,
that's a parenting style.
Yeah, the mom like kidnaps their daughter to take her there, and obviously that does not go well.
Yeah. No.
And the mom's the acting is interesting. The dialogue, oh my god! If you just like took out this, if you had the dialogue, at some point they would just say something, and you would just have to laugh because it's so it was so bad.
Oh no.
The atmosphere was good. They did a good job with atmosphere. They did a good job with lighting. I think they had some interesting shots in there, but the characters were horrible, and the dialogue was cringe, and the acting wasn't great either. But it was like one of those things where those elements were so bad that they were good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was so bad that it was like comedic.
It's still enjoyable. Yeah, it was just like, what is this? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the last one I have there.
Cool. Well, I did not get any writing done this week.
Same girl, same.
Perfect. Love that for us. You know, maybe one day we'll get back to that.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll develop a thing called consistency.
We're lucky to have this, okay?
That's true. Channel update. Preacher Reads had a indie book thing, and I recommended some indie books there, so I'll link that video down below for you guys. There's some excellent recommendations. Lots of booktubers got together to recommend books, so you should definitely check that out. Any other updates you can think of?
Nope.
Cool, sweet. Let us know what you guys have been up to this week. If you're not feeling chatty, leave us a knife for I Was a Teenage Slasher.
All right, y'all. Well, the hour scrolls.
All right, y'all, she said. Continue. Your Texas just came out of you.
Anyway, our scrolls are sealed for now, but the tale continues next week. Until then, read bravely, binge boldly, and don't forget your brew. Cheers, besties!